Hi, my lovely people. Section 107 Fair Use allows us to talk about it, and that's what we are here to do. Please don't go out of your way to dislike anybody we talk about in these videos. This is my opinion and my opinion only, and it is for entertainment purposes only. Hi, my lovely people. Baby, it's Thursday, and it is time for us to have a conversation and talk about what's going on. Now, I know y'all see the thumbnail and y'all thinking, girl, not a roach again. This can't be true. This is what we dealing with again. Well, honey, let's talk about it, okay? So the other day, Peach makes a community post. She's showing coats and clothes lined up, and that she's organized this closet. She also wants us to know that she likes her two youngest to dress alike a lot, and she's like, take a look at me buying double, yada, yada, smack, smack. You know, the same old thing. Now, as I'm looking at this picture, because I'm going to tell you something. If it's somebody I react on, I will zoom in and out of pictures. I look at the background, baby. I am all into it because it's content, right? So I thought, I'm like, is that a bug? Is that a roach? Is that a smear? And I'm thinking to myself, Storm, don't overthink it because, girl, it may not be what it is. I glanced down at the comments, right? And it was saying something about a roach. And I said, okay, I'm busy. When I get off, I'll look at it again. So I go look over there again. Of course, all the comments, they're erased. There's no sign of anybody saying anything about a roach. So I'm like, okay, maybe in my mind, I'm just overthinking this. Maybe it's a smudge. Maybe it's a speck. So I'm sitting here yesterday and a subscriber sends me a link. Now, I will always cite my source so that everybody knows. The channel is Grandma May or Grandma Ma. She did report on the fact that it was a roach, and she had zoomed in and she was talking about it and she was showing us. And I'm like, oh my goodness. So I'm not the only one who thought this was a roach. So now I'm like, okay, yes, I'm not just delusional. I'm not thinking about it. I did listen to the video, and she was saying how the comments were going here, there, and everywhere and being erased. So I'm like, okay, I'm not just imagining something. Now we can talk about it, okay? So yes, once again, that channel is Grandma Ma or Grandma May. I'm not sure how you pronounce it, is where I was looking, and I'm like, okay, now our ideas match. Now we can talk about it. So I zoomed in and I put this up here so that y'all could see it too, in case y'all have not seen it. But this is what was going on. Under the coat that looked like it had some, like, I don't know if that's pink or beige or tan or whatever, there was a bug. Okay, and we're all like, oh my goodness, what's going on? It's a bug again. Now, we all know, right, that she was sitting on her bed and behind her head was a bug crawling around. She tried to say it was a spider. People tried to say it was a spider in the comments, but it clearly was not a spider, honey. It didn't have 8 legs, baby, and it was moving fast. Typically, a spider will stand there and it'll play with you. You know how spiders is, like, is you going to try and swat me? Is you going to try and hit me? So I'm going to stay here. I'm going to grip down to this wall. And then they may jump on you, hop on you. We don't know, but we know it was not a spider. Now, the fact of the matter is, we know that Peach has roaches, okay? My thing is, girl, you claiming that you paying $3,500 for a place that has roaches. Absolutely not. We all know that if that was something you moved in and you start seeing and you didn't bring with you from the other place, that you're going to be reporting it. You're going to be trying to get an exterminator, and you're going to be saying, no way I'm paying over $3,000 for a place that has roaches. Absolutely not. Come and get this out of here or I'm moving, right? We know Peach would have at least done that. We also know in Peach fashion, right, that she would have turned it into content. Look at this place I moved into and I got roaches and I'm this and I'm that and I'm moving. She would have made it into content if it wasn't her fault. We know that. We also know that she has gotten on here before and said, I had roaches in my past, but I don't got them now. Well, honey, newsflash, it's one of two things. Number one, you've been had roaches since you was a Project Pat, and you brought your friends with you to live in your new home, and you brought your friends to celebrate your new YouTube career and moving on up in life and getting into a better place. They decided they was going to hop in the bag and they was going to stay. They was going to stick and they was going to stay because they knew that they had a good place to eat. They knew that you weren't going to clean up, that you had numerous kids that was going to leave crumbs, that you not, the maid may disappear for about 2 weeks, and then they having Thanksgiving while wood is out here trickling around. Your little friends, your little bugs, your little roaches, they is eating good. So they jumped on in a bag, which it stayed in the furniture. They did everything. And you just done travel all around Tampa, Hillsboro, and everywhere else with these friends, with these roaches, right? And then you're not a cleanly person. You don't go and clean up after your kids. They don't sit down, I'm sorry, and eat dinner in a normal fashion. Somehow people are getting food coloring bringing all kinds of snacks out of cabinets and emptying stuff everywhere. So once again, it's stuff for them to eat on. They ain't leaving. At this point, it's an infestation. Baby, them roaches, they want to, you call yourself the fairy godmother of all things social media. Honey, they want to check too. Why don't you put them on camera? They like, let us pop out at the most vulnerable moments so that we can be stars too. She can get a check off of us. She letting us stay around. We over here eating good. Baby, we want to be on TikTok. They also over there snapping their little wings and fingers. Bing got a bum, still got a bum, keep a bum. I got to get my house in order. Baby, they over there jamming like Joe's apartment. They is having a good time and they keep on making their debut. Now, a lot of people, when the comments were up, even though P say she don't look at the comments, they surely get erased. So somebody's doing it. But when the comments were up and I did glance, I seen that a lady had said over there, just because you have cleaned now and you're organized now does not mean that roaches are not still in the house and won't come. And that's a good point, because guess what? You have a whole junk room that had fruit snacks, bubble gum, broke up pencils, broke up erasers, and everything else. So they already had a nest to eat in. Just because you go and vacuum up what is on the floor now, or you organize clothes in a better way, they're still in the walls, they're still in the floor, they're still waiting for somebody to get up in that, pantry that you always advertising, bust out a snack and drop some stuff. And this is the thing. I don't understand why you want to live like that. But see, being out of the projects don't mean that you don't have a project mentality. Being out of the projects don't mean that you don't mind living just in filth. And we have seen that. So yes, they're going to continue to be there. They're going to continue to make their debut, and they're going to continue to have fun, because you overall are a nasty person. I can imagine what kind of meal they were eating off of those chairs that Wood was cleaning, that had all that grease and food and things stuck on it. I mean, at this point, it's sad and it's ridiculous. And with all the money that you claim that you once had, been had, or is going to get, honey, stop worrying about the cars. Stop worrying about all these other dreams and manifest a damn exterminator. Baby, I'm going to see you on the comments.